Good evening and welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is session 6 of our ongoing Ravenloft campaign using the Lamentations of the Flame Princess rules. We're down a couple of players today for various summer activities. However, their character sheets have been passed on to a couple of the other players who are going to make roles for them, and we'll keep their role play generally probably next to none for Torgal and Alistair. Unless you guys want to roleplay them, in which case, you are their caretakers, so feel free. Okay, so when we left off, you guys had been attacked by a couple of wights. Specifically, it was Cuthbert who had walked into the dark kind of hall and gotten attacked. It was a very small little kind of passageway. It's only about 30 feet wide and 10 feet across. And then it continues down a little bit of a hall towards some steps. You guys were discussing about whether or not you wanted to maybe back off a bit, barricade yourselves in a room, and try to maybe decipher more of Strahd's notes or anything of that sort. So I'll leave it to you guys. What do you like to do?
So I think Cuthbert probably would have dusted himself off and got up from the combat, his bones aching a little more, creaking as he maybe even popping so that audibly after that constitution damage. And the stairs go up and down, right? Or just up?
They do indeed. Yep, they go up or down. It is a spiral staircase as well. That stairway is lit by fluttering torches and iron sconces as well.
And really, a rest really wouldn't do us that much good anyway, right?
Not unless you can rest overnight. You need a full night's sleep if you want to try to get spells and gain a couple hit points back.
I'm all right with continuing on if everyone else is.
Yes, I say we continue to. Though we may need to take a rest before we confront the devil, but let's continue with our reconnaissance as for now.
Well, I think we should continue up the stairs.
Well, we were trying to get towards, what was it, what tower was it?
The tallest tower.
Yeah.
Because there was a prediction of the heights going, there's a dizzying heights or something. I can't remember the...
Gertruda, can you tell us how to get to the highest tower?
I have no idea, she says. I've barely left the room since I got here.
You're not allowed to... And she trails off awkwardly.
It's dangerous. Strahd told me I'd be safe if I stayed in that room, but, well, then you came along.
Well, technically, technically you're probably safer with us, so he wasn't lying. Ada tries to sound convincing, but...
He wasn't lying. Well, maybe he wasn't, but...
Maybe not in the way he meant.
So I don't know if I have a torch right now, but if I don't, I would go back into the other room where... Oh, shit, the fire is out in there, isn't it? I guess I just light me a torch. I think it'd probably be about my last one. And I'd like to kind of look up the stairs.
So as you kind of step into the stairway, a chilly wind rushes down from above. You can barely feel the heat of the torch with this chilled air that blows past you. And as I said, the stairs go up or down.
Well, Cuthbert says he wants to go up. I have no problem with up.
I, of course, my decisions have been great.
Why are you looking at me when you say when you're mentioning problems about going up? I don't have any problems about going up either. You were imagining things earlier, young lady.
Like Ada like throws up her hand. She's like, "No, it didn't mean." And she, thank you for making the comment about the Cuthbert's decisions always being poor ones. But Ada's not going to point that out. She throws up her hands at peace, and she's like, "No, I didn't mean to imply."
And like while we're all talking, I guess I would continue. I would just start walking up those stairs until something.
Toggle will go after Cuthbert to catch up.
Very good. So Cuthbert starts ascending the stairs. Torgal right behind him.
This is how we find all of our trouble.
Yeah, we need to. Does anyone have a leash we can put on Cuthbert? Because and Ada like takes off after him.
I have a garrote.
That might be a bit too much, but keep it in mind.
Oh.
So, Cuthbert, then Torgal, then Ada.
And Edith.
And the rest of you fall in behind, or?
So it seems.
Okay.
Yep.
And
follow
Arthur,
the impetuous.
yeah.
That's our motto.
Arthur and Gertrude. I forgot. I need to write her down on my little NPC thing here. Arthur and Gertrude also then go. Arthur's still holding the sword, just in case. So, Cuthbert, you be the first, of course, to get to the top. You arrive at a landing of flagstone 10 feet wide by 20 feet long. It wobbles slightly underfoot. The chill draft of wind whistles mournfully through the room, rushing down from the circular stairs on the north end of the east wall. Well, actually, hold on a second here. Oh, yeah, that's another set of stairs. So you're on the south end of the east wall, and then there's another set of stairs on the north end of the east wall. Pausing only for a single round through the landing. Yep, pausing only for a single round through the landing. The wind continues down the stairs on the south, where you have just come from. A single doorway with a heavy plank and metal-banded door opens to the west. And beside this door, an ancient portrait stands watch over the area, its still eyes staring defiantly back at your own.
I'd like to tap the flagstone a little bit with my saber to see if it seems like it's safe to walk on.
Yeah, it's just a little loose, but it doesn't seem at any risk of falling.
Does any of the can I get my fingers or maybe the tip of my sword in the edge of the flagstone and maybe pry one up or anything like that?
You can try. How hard do you want to try?
I'd like to give it a real go.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me.
12.
12. You try, but nope, it's just it's not coming loose.
And like while the rest of everybody is looking at me trying to pry the stones up and stuff like that, I look back and I say, well, you never know where you might hide things.
Torgal goes over to the door and puts his ear against the door and has a listen.
Listening at the door on the west end of the room. It's silent. You hear nothing.
And what about the painting? Like the Cuthbert goes over and he kind of stares this painting like right in the eyes. Is it like following like the eyes? Are they following me whenever I move or anything like that? Or
who is it? Says Peace.
Let me
Not
see
quite
here. Peace. Torgal, when he glances over to see what they're talking about, notices that the painting eyes move and glance at him for a moment and then go back to staring directly where they were staring before. No one else notices this.
Whoa.
Except for Alistair also notices this. He sees the paint. He doesn't see it look at Torgal, but he sees it look over at him and then look ahead again.
Whoa. It only looks at PCs whose real owners are away.
Just the luck of the dice.
That's surprisingly meta of those portraits.
Sorry. I could have sworn that painting looked at me. Is it Strahd? Or is it somebody else?
It is not Strahd, although it looks like it could be a relation to Strahd. It looks very similar in features, but it definitely doesn't look exactly like Strahd.
Maybe this is his brother.
Maybe it's a poor portrait.
I think I also walk up and pull the painting to see behind it, if I can.
Okay, give me a saving throw versus magic, please.
Sorry, Austin.
Is that... that was Alistair doing this, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Jake, that's going to be a fail.
A fail. Okay. You are frozen in place and go into a type of hypnotic trance, unable to do anything at the moment. So you all see Alistair approach the painting and reach towards it, and then he just stops and his hands drop down by his side. He just stands like very straight and rigid, just staring into the eyes of the painting.
Are you okay, Alistair?
He does not and cannot reply.
He's been ensorcelled, I think. The painting has magic in it. My guess.
He starts to float up off the ground.
Torgal will jump at his legs and try and grab him.
Okay. Let's see here. Give me a strength test. Roll d20 under your strength.
Okay. That's damn it. Sorry, this is a little slow. Yes. I rolled a nat 1. So that's
Nice.
well under my strength.
So you're holding on to him. You can still feel the resistance, but you're able to hold him down. Well, not hold him down, but hold him at arm's length, basically.
Sort of give me a hand with this, he says, reaching into his backpack.
Torgal, please roll a saving throw versus magic.
Oh, damn it. You're trying to roll over or under? It's over, isn't it?
Yeah, equal to or over.
So that's Yep, he gets it.
So you say, somebody help me with, and then you momentarily feel kind of cloudy, like something's trying to ensorcel you, but then you shake it off and can finish your sentence.
So, seeing all this, like, Cuthbert takes his torch and, like, puts it to the painting. Does it, like, does any of the oil or anything like that start to, or the canvas or anything like that start to catch?
It doesn't. Please roll saving throw versus magic.
God damn it. Nope, fail.
Okay, you are also hypnotized and standing motionless.
Torgal gets his rope off his backpack and ties it to Austin's leg Alistair's leg, and ties the other bit to, if there's anything to tie it to, any sort of grill or thing on the fire or anything to attach it to around. He's got a grappling hook, so he can, if there's anything to hook it onto to stop the cleric floating away.
As you do so, then he suddenly just kind of drops back down to the ground. And now he is lying on his back on the ground, just staring up blankly. And Torgal, I'll need another saving throw versus magic from you.
So Peace did say, I think this thing is ensorcelled, right?
Yep.
Okay. Ada is going to clutch her crucifix and stare at the painting and pray as she tries to dispel magic.
Torgal fails this time.
Torgal fails. Torgal begins to float up towards the ceiling.
And I guess he's paralyzed whilst he does this.
He's not paralyzed, no.
Oh, then he'll swing out with his axe and try and hit he'll take Bessie or whatever its name is, and swing out at Betsy. Swing out with Betsy at the portrait.
Go ahead and make an attack roll as you do so, while Ada is praying and attempting to dispel magic. Are you attempting to cast a spell on the painting or on one of your companions, Ada?
The painting, because that's what Peace said.
Okay.
He grabs his battle axe, Betsy, but sort of loses grip of it, and it clatters to the floor as he floats up to the ceiling. I rolled a nat 1.
You are now 20 feet up off the ground.
It says, the spell casts a 20-foot cubic area. So if I cast a spell magic, it will get the painting and Torgal and Alistair.
Cool. Okay, and is there some kind of a saving throw or anything for that, or is it automatic?
Good. Magic is unnatural and unwanted in the intended order of things. This spell empowers the proper forces of existence to expel the foul energies known as magic as if they never were. Spell affects a 20-foot cube area. All spells in the area are currently in effect or automatically negated. If cast on the same segment in combat as a spell from an enemy combatant, dispel magic can be used to disrupt and negate that spell, blah, blah, blah.
Cool. Right, like a counter spell.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it just dispels it, yep.
Yep.
Cool.
It's a level it's a third level spell. Let's see. Yeah. Yep.
So you do so, and Alistair and Cuthbert will snap out of their trance, and Torgal, you will fall to the ground, taking 9 points of damage.
9? Oh, yeah, 20 feet is quite a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oof.
The dwarf falls to the ground in a clatter. I think he's got chainmail on, right?
I think it's more than that. He's got an AC of 20.
Plate mail. Yeah, plate mail sounds like. Yeah, so the dwarf noisily lands on the ground. He does not land on his feet with that kind of damage, so...
I'm sorry.
Ada, please make a saving throw versus magic.
What? No. 18. My saving throw versus magic is 12. So over.
So you feel the momentary cloud as it tries to ensorcel you, but it does not work. And you see the painting glance at you, and then it's back to its normal position.
All right, we need to move out of here, guys.
Yeah, we're back to normal, right?
For the moment?
I want to... So, if it's all right with you guys, I want to keep going up.
Yeah. Peace will go to the staircase and start going up, and say, let's get out of the range of this. Let's get out of sight of this portrait and see if it has less power over us then.
Okay. So you all start to go up the stairs?
Yeah.
And you hear Arthur say, guys, we have a problem here. And you look and you see him trying to pull Gertrude along, and she's just standing there and staring at the painting.
Pull her along, Arthur.
He unceremoniously tosses her over his shoulder. Well, he sheaths his sword first, then he tosses her over his shoulder, and he begins carrying her.
Round the corner,
Yeah, around the corner is another stairway, basically. Yep, leading up. These stairs only go up, I believe. Yes. It's a dusty, spiraling staircase climbing higher up into the tower.
Yeah, so I'll be following as they go up.
right. When we get round the corner, Peace pauses where she's not in sight, and she says, I use this to occasionally get the work done of many. And she summons an unseen servant and sends it to go and take. She says it's a magical creature, and I don't know if it can be targeted by spells itself, except for dispel. So I'll send this and see if it can take the portrait from the wall and have some effect. So she sends the unseen servant to go and remove the portrait from the wall.
And do what with it when it does so?
Put it face down on the floor.
Okay.
And then when it's down, well, I presume it can't sort of see, so I'll go down and look at the wall behind the portrait, see if there's anything behind it.
There is not, just a space free of dust where the painting has been hanging there for obviously a very long time.
And
the
anything
painting is indeed lying face down on the ground.
Anything? Can I see anything written on the back of the portrait from where we are? Any sort of artist signature or anything?
Nope. Nothing at all. Nothing to denote it as anything other than just a common portrait. Which, of course, you know it is not, but
It's just meant to fuck with us.
I'll leave it as it is, and we'll continue up the stairs. I'm interested in the heights.
So as you climb 40 feet up. You come to another very small landing. This particular landing would only be about 10 feet wide and 10 feet long, and there is a door right across the stairway at the west wall, or the stairs do continue up.
Like I said, I feel like we should keep going until we can't go any higher.
Are there any windows or arrow slits on this?
No,
on this tower,
there are not.
Torgal has architecture. Does he think we're in the tallest tower that we saw earlier?
Give me a D6 roll. Roll his architecture.
He rolls 2, so yeah.
No. This tower is not wide enough to be the tallest tower, I think. No. In fact, as you climb up another 20 feet, you come to the end of this stairwell and come to a parapet. This is the top of the tower. A turmoil of black, boiling clouds rolls unceasingly over the dark towers of Ravenloft. The 60-foot diameter tower roof is rimmed with broken parapets that drop into the swirling mists of fog below. A slender stone bridge spans the gap between this tower and the tower to the north, some 20 feet away. And Torgal says, That's the tower, as he points across that little bridge. To the east, the high tower of Ravenloft thrusts skyward with no apparent opening at this point. Oh, wait. Is that the one? Is that the highest one? I beg your pardon. Sorry, that is the tallest one he points at, but there is no opening on this side.
Is that the one that the bridge goes to, though?
No, that one is actually pretty much attached to the tower that you're on now. The bridge goes to another tower, which I could probably actually show you on this little map here. I don't know. Well, you probably won't be able to see all that well with the way I've got my screen set up. But you guys are on the landing here. You're on top of this tower.
Mm-hmm.
The tower attached to it, though there's no opening here, that's the tallest tower. The bridge leads to this tower.
Oh, I can't make this out.
I kind of.
So we go across the.
I can. Oh, no, I can't do it that way. I can perhaps make it easier to see if I just do this.
I mean, if I saw it properly, if we go across the bridge to that other tower,
Uh,
it does get us closer to the tall one.
Okay. Can you see better now?
Yeah.
Let's see. I can't see. There we go. Okay. That is where you are. You're on this landing here. This tower right here is attached to that tower, basically, but there's no opening. The bridge walks across this way to this other tower over here.
Ah, right. So, yeah, they're close. They're next to it. Yeah. Well, let's go and investigate, see if we can find a way in.
Is there like railings across this bridge, or is it just like not railings, but like the short little walls? Like you wouldn't be like if you lose your footing, you wouldn't fall. Is what I'm trying to ask.
Are you being cautious, Cuthbert?
Let me just check something here. No, there's no wall. Just a slender stone bridge.
So Cuthbert kind of looks to his companions, and does anyone have any rope?
Torgal, Patsy's backpack, and there's 50 feet of rope there.
Yeah, I've got some rope.
Hand it here.
Why?
I'd like to tie some around my waist, and I'm going to crawl across this bridge, and I'm going to fasten it across the bridge, so as you all have something to hold on to as you walk across.
Torgal hands you the end, and a grappling hook as well. Is there anything to attach it to on this side?
Well, you've got a bunch of broken parapets.
Yep. Sort of, he'll make a loop. He'll loop the other end of his rope around the one of the parapets, and make a sort of noose to hold the other end.
Okay. So are you tying the two ropes together or just the one?
Just use the one. It's not more than 50 feet, is it?
Now it's only 20 feet across.
Yeah.
The bridge, so.
So yeah, I tie the rope around my waist and I begin to crawl across.
Seems that Cuthbert's learnt some caution.
Sure. You're going to shimmy across, no problem. You will then come to over here. I'm going to go back 7 pages for this particular one. Here we go. So it goes then, it goes right into the other tower. You still got your torch with you, Cuthbert?
Yeah.
So a mosaic floor stretches about you into the darkness. A vast empty tower rises above you. You cannot see more than a few yards up, yet you feel the tower's cold expanse pressing down on you. A spiral staircase rises slowly into the darkness, circling the open shaft. In the center of the room, another set of stairs leads down.
Yeah, so I take the grappling hook that Torgal handed me, and I'd like to look for somewhere to kind of wedge that in.
Do you have any climbing pittons or anything of that sort?
all my gears. I pretty much only have my weapons and the torches that I was given at the beginning.
No, you're gonna have to hold it yourself.
So I will do so. And whenever I get across, I kind of Cuthbert goes, "I'm across. I can't find anything to fasten it to, so I'm holding it. Be very careful."
Toggle will be the next to go over. And then he'll pull the rope taut and I'd say feel free to come across.
Edith will go next, because if we're going to have to hold the rope, you're going to need some muscle on the other side if someone goes over.
Good thinking.
Then I'll go next, says Peace. Go next.
I'll follow after Peace.
Arthur says, am I gonna have to carry her across that?
Is she still all...
Yeah, she's out. She's just like draped over his shoulder. Motionless.
Do we have any rope that we can, like, I don't know, like, drag her across? Like extra rope?
You had an extra rope, didn't you?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Miklos will take her. But what he'll do is he'll take the straps from the gun belt, the bracers, and kind of use that to strap her onto his back while he crosses.
Like a baby, like a baby carrier.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So you're using the rope to tie her on, and you're still holding onto the rope that the others are holding at the other end to walk across? Is that right?
Pretty much. That leaves Arthur and Alistair free.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You make it across, Miklos, no worries. The bridge is 10 feet wide. I don't think you're not afraid of heights, are you? Are you?
No, he's a mountain man, so
Good.
he'd be good.
No problem. You make it across with the girl, and Arthur follows, and then Alistair. I think that's everybody across then, right? Peace went across earlier?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, you all make it over to the other tower.
Toggle will try and
with the mosaic floor.
Toggle will try and flip the rope so it loosen the noose up a bit, and then flip it off the off the battlement, off the palisade, and pull it back if you can.
Who tied that rope? It was Torgal, wasn't it?
It was Torgal himself.
All right, go ahead and give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. Yep, he makes it.
Yep, he managed to do it. He didn't tie it so tight that he couldn't get it back. So, yep, you get the rope back, no problem. So again, there is a spiral staircase rising slowly into the darkness. And also then there's another set of stairs that spirals down. So basically the stairs going up are to your left, which would be the west side. The stairs going down are kind of to the east, a little bit eastern side of the room, spiraling down. And there is a big open shaft as well. This is not like going around a solid wall. It's an open shaft. You can't see more than a few yards up or down.
So yeah, Cuthbert looks at everybody and he says, "Onward and upward."
Seems like a plan. Are there any more sconces and torches, or have we run out of those now?
Let us see. No, there are no more sconces and torches in this staircase.
But there were some in the last one, weren't there? So,
there were, yeah.
So she'll send her unseen servant to grab a torch to
Sure.
come up with her.
Very good. How long does that last anyway, the unseen servant?
It's 13 rounds. 13 turns, sorry.
Okay,
So
yeah.
is that 2 hours and a bit?
Yeah, that's exactly. That'd be 2 hours and 10 minutes, so it's definitely still functional. No problem. It brings you a torch over.
Lead the way. Intrepid Cuthbert.
Yeah. We've not had much luck with that so far, but I've led us this far. I am one of the oldest members of the Ever Victorious, and
Indeed.
Puh. Toggle laughs.
and yeah, I take point.
Very good. You climb up to the top of the stairs. It goes up another 50 feet. And let me just check and make sure I'm not missing something here. I do feel like there is something missing here. Ah, yes. Just want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. Sorry, I missed a little bit of description. There are 10 halberds mounted on the tower walls along the spiral staircase. I apologize for not pointing that out earlier because it wasn't in the box text, and so I didn't think I had to read that out loud. So who's leading the way up? That's you, Cuthbert?
That would be me.
Okay. So as you step onto the spiral staircase, the tower begins to shake and pitch. I'll need you to make a dexterity check immediately.
That is my lowest stat. Ooh, I got a 3. Yep.
Okay, so you manage to just kind of balance yourself. And let us see here. So one of the halberds swings off the wall, seeming to like levitate, as it were, and it moves to attack you. Am I reading this right? Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I understand. That is going to be... Where's the hit dice? Yeah, it's only going to be a 14. That doesn't hit you, does it?
No.
So you managed to deflect the blow with your saber or with your torch, perhaps. Yeah, as you step onto the huge staircase, a reddish light flares to light high overhead, just as the floor begins to shake, settling into a dull, pulsing red glow. You can now see the full immensity of the tower. Your vision is no longer impaired. The spiral staircase circles up the tower's full height of 240 feet. You're 50 feet from the top, so if you look down, you can guess it's about a 190-foot drop.
Oof.
At the domed pinnacle of this hollow tower, a pulsing red glass heart beats with light. The 10-foot wide stairs that circle up the tower end at a door far overhead. This tower is about 60 feet in diameter at its base, but it does narrow at the top. Where you're standing right now, though, yeah, it is nearly 60 feet wide here. Fallen boulders and arrows you see strewn across the floor down below if you look down. I don't know how well you'd be able to see that from 190 feet, but there you go. There you have it.
So at this point, Cuthbert is going to kind of drop to his hands and knees and hug the wall. He's going, and then he looks at Torgal and says, "The rope, Torgal, one more time."
Okay.
Is the halberd still attacking?
Yes, and I'd like everybody to now roll initiative. Ooh, I rolled good.
I got a 5.
Now, at this point in time, the only person who stepped onto the stairs is Cuthbert, I believe. Nobody else followed him onto the stairs when the tower started shaking? Or did
No.
they? Okay. So we got a 5 for Cuthbert. We have a 3 for Edith, a 6 for Miklos, a 4 for Alistair.
4 for Toggle and 2 for Edith. Not Edith.
Peace.
2 for Peace.
And you forgot the name of your own character. You didn't forget the name of Ignacio's character. And what did you get, Corinne? Oh, you got a 5. Sorry.
Yes, 5.
I missed it there, attached to your other comment. Okay. Well, I go first. So 5 more of the halberds swing off the wall. Did I say there was 10 of them, didn't I? Yes, there are 10. Okay, 5 more of them fly off the wall. And I guess they're all going to attack Alistair. Because he's the only one on the stairs at the moment.
Alistair? Or...
Not Alistair, sorry, Cuthbert. Now I'm mixing up names. The first one is going to miss. The second one is definitely going to miss. The third one is going to miss. The fourth one gets 21. I think that hits you, right, Cuthbert?
Yeah, you said a 21?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Damage is a d10. Hits you for 6 damage. What about a 15?
That hits as well.
So the 5th one hits you for 4 more damage, and the 6th one misses. So now 6 of these halberds are kind of levitating around and swinging down at Cuthbert, who's kind of trying to crawl on these stairs at the moment, kind of hugging the staircase. And next in initiative is Miklos. Tower is still shaking. You still have the pulsing red light. You can see the glass hard up at the top of the tower, 50 feet above you.
Okay, well, he's got a burden on his back at the moment. How close is he to these halberds?
Are you near the doorway? Probably 20,
Yeah,
20 between 20 and 30 feet.
Um,
Unless anybody went
So
towards
the-
the stairs leading down, nobody's further than that from it. So
yeah, he's just going to try and grab one from the air as it attacks Cuthbert.
oh, cool. We'll call that a grapple attack. Go ahead and give me a melee attack.
Ooh.
You there, Chex?
Did my mic cut out? Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
must have. What'd you roll?
Sorry, 19.
19. Yep, you grab one of the halberds, and you can feel it kind of tugging and pulling. Go ahead and make a dexterity save, please.
Okay. That's a fail.
A fail. Okay. So you guys see Miklos run in, grabs one of the halberds, is holding it, it starts swinging, and he goes over the side, and he and the halberd both go plummeting down the 190-foot drop of the tower. Next in initiative is going to be Ada.
So Miklos just went tumbling over the side.
With one of the halberds. He took one of them with him.
Well, and Gertrude.
He hasn't hit the ground yet. It's going to take him at least a round to fall 190 feet, I'd say.
Well, Ada doesn't have anything that she can really do to help him, although she really, really wants to.
Oh, yeah, Gertrude is still tied to his back as well.
Yeah, I guess she can't really do anything to. Did he still have a rope attached to him, like dangling or anything?
No, he had a rope tied over his back as a, like a baby carrier with Gertrude, basically. He's got her all C-3PO'd on his back.
Yeah, and there's not anything like dangling, any slack dangling behind him or anything.
I don't think he's that well endowed. No
All
offense,
right.
Miklos, but
Well, Ada is going.
well, actually, I tell you what though, I kind of get what you're getting at. You want to try to courageously like dive onto the edge and try to grab him as he's falling.
Yeah.
There's going to be a risk involved.
Yeah.
Okay, make a melee
is
attack.
Is it a better risk than like
Make a
him
melee
just
attack.
plummeting like 200 feet?
Well, it's a risk of you plummeting with him.
Am I adding anything?
Are you going to still? Yeah, go for it. Well, yeah, it's a melee attack. Just straight, whatever your normal melee attack is. It's like an unarmed attack, basically. You're trying to grab him.
Melee attack bonus is a 3.
Because technically, you're only a second behind him in initiative. I think you'd have time to try to grab him.
It was only a 10.
A 10?
Mm-hmm.
But you're just trying to grab him. His armor class would still be 12. It would still be a 12 to try to grab an unarmored opponent, etc. No, you try, and you miss, and he's still falling. However, somebody else was on 5 as well, right? Yeah, that was Cuthbert.
That was me.
So you kind of reach out, Ada. Your hand like grabs a bit of his hair,
Mm-hmm.
and you're holding a tuft of his hair. But he's not attached to it anymore.
Wow.
Miklos had long hair, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He's got a long beard.
So that was my action then.
Yeah, he's got long hair too. Yep. Yes, it was. Sorry.
No.
It was a courageous action. What are you going to do, Cuthbert?
You know what? Fuck trying to crawl up these stairs at this point. I'm going to try to run as fast as I can up the stairs.
Excellent. Roll a dexterity save, please. As you jump to your feet and start running up these stairs.
I failed miserably by double.
You topple over the side and begin to fall down the 190-foot shaft. Next on initiative is Alistair. Alistair? That's you, Checks.
Sorry, my mic is being a ass tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we lost Caius too. Hopefully he'll be back shortly. Hate to have another repeat of the last time we lost him. Especially since he's playing 2 characters.
They topple over the edge too.
What could Alistair do? Not a lot.
Well, he is 2 seconds behind Miklos. Not going to be able to grab Miklos, but he's only a second behind Cuthbert if you wanted to try to heroically grab Cuthbert as he's falling. Or you could try to go up the stairs, or you could try to do something about these halberds. There's still 5 of them making attacks next round, in theory.
Let us make the grab for Cuthbert.
Go for it. Make a melee attack. Armor class 12. You're just trying to grab him.
That was a 10.
Oh, jeez. You miss.
Yep.
The weak ass cleric trying to save.
You get his hat. You get his hat. And next in initiative is Torgal.
Torgal. Sorry, I just lost connection. Can you just quickly sum up what the situation is?
So, you saw what happened to Miklos.
Yep.
Yeah, so Miklos is falling with Gertrude. Now he's a few seconds down, or a couple seconds down the shaft already. He's out of reach. However, Cuthbert jumped to his feet and tried to run up the stairs, and also got toppled over the side as the tower continues to shake and rumble. And he is now falling. He's within arm's reach, but he's falling.
Okay, Torgal will.
Alistair dove for him, grabbed his hat.
Torgal will go and try and grab.
Cuthbert.
Yes, I'm just thinking. Toggle still has his rope, and he's just going to try and lasso and brace.
Ooh, gonna try to lasso him. Ooh, if you're gonna do a lasso thing, I'd let you do that for Miklos too, if you prefer. Although Miklos has the weight of 2 people.
Let me just have a look at his strength.
Who are you more interested in saving, Torgal?
So,
Miklos does, as he said, he does have somebody to brace his fall anyway.
Yeah, to be fair, like if Ada had managed to grab Miklos, she definitely would have gone over the side because her strength's a -1.
he'll go for. He'll see if he can get Torgal. His concentration was on not Torgal. Miklos. He was the first on. His concentration was on Miklos first.
Cool.
So
Okay, so this is going to be a ranged attack. But again, we're going to do. You're trying to lasso him, so I'm going to give him a 14 arm class.
Yep. Okay. So just I use a dice roller, and it's a bit, and I'm just loading up again. So can somebody roll for me? Roll a d20 for me.
Yeah, sure. I'll roll for you.
Okay, good.
What's your modifier?
It is for ranged. It's +1.
No.
Oh no, he's a dwarf. Does he get the other attack bonuses as well, or not?
No, only fighters get extra bonuses
Okay.
to their attack rolls beyond the standard +1. So
Okay.
you throw the rope out.
So he's got a +2. He's got a dexterity of
10.
+1, and he's got the.
The result is a 10. The rope
Okay.
bounces off of Miklos's leg and hangs slack.
Okay.
You guys are really trying to save this guy. I admire your efforts. Edith.
Because we're the ever victorious.
Of course you are.
All right, am I able to make a grab for anyone?
No, you're now at this point in time, by the time your initiative comes, Miklos has been falling for a full 3 seconds, so he's at least 90 feet down the shaft by this point. And what's his name is also about 60 feet down the shaft now.
All right, then I'll move up and attack, I guess.
Okay, you want to attack one of the halberds?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to fight.
Oh, can I just... Is it within an hour and 10 minutes since that we fought the wraiths?
Ah, yeah.
You're still enlarged then, Edith.
Okay.
Good lord.
Yeah, but she enlarged
All
the
this-
I forgot about that. Jesus.
Yeah, all this time, like, tiny little, like, bridge, crossing the bridge, just giant Edith.
How much was she enlarged?
She's 140% of her normal. She's plus 140%. So
Plus
she's
140%. Jesus Christ.
so that would be of extra weight and
Mm-hmm.
mass rather than just sort of pure height. It's I don't know how much extra height it'd be, but she's
Depends on how tall she was. But yeah. She's at least probably, say, at least 8 feet taller than she was before, probably. 7 or 8 feet taller.
I don't know that because that would be just 140 foot straight up. While I think
That's
it's
true, it's mixed between the
140%
two.
of your body mass.
Yeah,
rather
you're
than
probably right.
140.
Okay, so we'll say she's about 3.5 feet taller than she was before.
So
She's still probably
I'm
at least 8 feet, no, almost 9
fighting
feet tall.
defensively and got a 22 to hit
Cool, you hit the halberd.
and 11 points of damage.
Has no effect, it doesn't do anything. Next on initiative is going to be, finally, Peace, the last on initiative.
Can you just describe the red glow at the top and everything? What's up at the top?
Yeah, I can read it again if you wish. So a reddish light had flared to life high overhead, settling into a dull, pulsing red glow, and you can see the full immensity of the tower. At the domed pinnacle of the hollow tower, there's a pulsing red glass heart beating with light.
Okay. Peace goes and says time and distance is but a servant to someone of the likes of me. And she takes a step and appears next to the heart, and she's cast Dimension Door to appear next to the heart, and she'll...
Cool. You are at the top of the tower then, and you can see the heart.
And she'll be getting off her... she'll be pulling her scattergun off her back.
Awesome. Yep, very cool. Then poor Arthur, he just runs over to the edge of the side and he leans down and he goes, "No, Gertruda!" And it'll be the next round. Everybody can roll initiative.
3.
4.
Cool. Ooh, you just got a 1. 2 for Miklos, 3 for Alistair.
6 for Peace, and 3 for Toggle.
Okay. Everybody? That's everybody. Okay, so Peace, you have initiative.
I can't remember what. She quickly shouts out, what? Can you remember the prophecy? She says as she's sort of lowering her gun towards the heart.
Oh, you would also. Well, no, you're focusing on the heart. Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Well, is there anything else around? That's
There
obvious.
is. Let me see exactly what it is. 1 second. No. What was this called? It was the... Where's my thing of the prophecy? There it is.
It's the symbol of power, a force of good and protection. In dizzying heights, the rocks themselves live here, and the spade is evil, and we fight under its influence.
On page 30.
Oof.
Here we go. You see an ancient platinum medallion lying right there on the floor underneath the heart. Well, actually kind of in front of the heart because the heart's over the opening. It's shaped like the sun with a large crystal embedded in its center. And around the crystal, there are many holy symbols of light and truth carved into it.
Could I just pick up this amulet from where I am?
You can if you wish, yep.
Okay, then as she's going for her gun, but then she thinks maybe the amulet is this symbol of power and things like that, and it looks holy. So she just shouts, Ada! And throws the
Okay,
amulet down to her.
you go to pick it up.
Okay.
You take 6 points of burning damage as it burns into your flesh.
Mm-hmm.
You are a witch after all.
Yep. had
And
a
make
feeling
a
it might-
saving throw versus magic, please. Actually, saving throw versus device. I think that's one of the saving throws, right? Device. Magical device. It's not
Nope.
good for wizards and elves to go touching holy symbols.
Yep.
No? Okay, you try to throw it to her, and you can't open your hand. It's burning into your flesh, and you can't let go of it.
How much damage did you say it was that I took?
6.
Ow.
It's like holding the end of a burning torch.
You just did that thing in like Raiders of the Lost Ark, where the guy like picks up the.
Yes. You can see me melting.
And you also can't fire your scattergun now. Next in initiative is Ada.
Well, she hears Peace screaming at her, and I guess like sees
You're
that.
looking up unexpectedly.
How far away is Peace from Ada right now?
She's at the top of the tower, so 50 feet up and on a landing.
50 feet up and on a landing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Probably be able
try.
to see her standing there.
Yeah. But
She's
Ada's
very close to the heart, so she's like glowing red as it pulses.
Yeah, and screaming because her hand is being burned by something
Yes.
that I can't quite see. So I'm gonna like run up after Peace.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
You're gonna run up after Peace.
Yep.
Okay, well, you could make it up there if you're running speed. You can make it up there at the end of this round anyway. But you need to make a dexterity save, please. A dexterity roll, I mean. Sorry,
Yep, yep, yep.
dexterity save. Dex roll.
And I need to roll under, right?
Equal to or under, yes.
Equal to or under.
You failed?
Natural 20.
Oh, Ada starts running up, and one of the halberd butts hits her in the jaw. Doesn't do any damage, just kind of pushes you off, and she starts to fall. Next on initiative are the halberds. Another halberd slides off of the wall, and all 6 of the halberds fly up to the top of the tower, where next round they will begin to attack Peace. And next on initiative then, because that will take their whole turn to get to the top, they have to double move basically. Next in initiative, we'll go just in order from top to bottom, will be Cuthbert. Cuthbert, you're falling, right?
I am falling.
Okay. Ironic that you're going to actually hit the ground before Miklos, but oh well. That's initiative rules in role-playing games, right?
Well, Miklos has got someone strapped to his back, so he's got more surface area, so that's slowing his fall.
If you roll more than 9 damage, that puts me out.
I'm counting. Don't distract me.
No, I want to know exactly how much.
I know Miklos does. You take 82 points of damage.
So,
You basically explode.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If anybody was watching, you see as he's like tumbling, trying to grasp for any handholds, but just not quite making it. And like right before he hits the ground, he says, "I should have stayed in the military," and just splats. All of his blood and guts goes all over the arrows and the boulders.
He hits so hard, like one of his arms flies off, and yeah, he's flattened. He's pancaked. Next on initiative would be Torgal.
Torgal did. So
Torgal
let's
first.
see. Ada's just gone over the edge, hasn't she?
She has.
He'll try and
She's falling from slightly above you, though.
he'll whip the. He missed with the lasso last time, and I guess that's falling back. So he'll try and whip the lasso up in the direction of Ada, so she can possibly is in a position to grab. So she can grab it, or is close enough. It might even possibly snag her, but
Cool.
He's just trying to do that.
All right, give me a ranged attack.
Mhm.
Armor class. Armor
14,
class.
you said last time?
Yeah, if you get a 14 or higher, you'll actually lasso her. If you get a 12, between 12 to 14, though, or 12 to 13, I should say, then it's at least within reach of her. She can try to grab it.
Well, I rolled another natural one.
Oh, shit.
I'm only rolling natural ones at the
You
moment.
do that, and you know the thing's still shaking, and you almost fall over the edge, and you catch yourself, arms flailing like this, and your rope falls over the edge.
Lost the rope.
The rope is dropping down. Next on initiative is Alistair. Same initiative, basically, but yeah.
So Ada is gone.
Not yet.
essentially.
She's only been falling for a second. She
So
did fall
he
from slightly
still
above.
has a chance.
Yeah.
So let's try and grab her as she falls past him.
Melee attack, please. Arm class 12.
10 again.
It's going to be the last session, isn't it? Okay. You reach out. How bad did you fail?
I feel by 2.
Yeah. Your fingertips slide apart as she falls. And you feel yourself like kind of, you feel a bit of, what do you call that? Yeah, you feel kind of dizzy as you're standing so close to the edge, and you feel like you're going to fall almost.
The vertigo?
Vertigo, thank you. Jesus, that's what I was trying to think of. And you kind of take a step back so you don't go over the edge. And then it's Miklos. Miklos, are you going to actually use Gertruda as a landing thing?
Well, no, I've got.
See if you can
Nicholas
eat it before you reach the ground.
He's got rope on him. He
If-
can
if
use
you
her as an anchor,
turn
as a
yourself-
grappling hook.
What I'm going to do is if you turn yourself to land on her, I will let you take half damage from the fall. If you don't, then she'll take half damage from the fall.
Well, here's the question I've got. Miklos was still holding on to the halberd. Did it start ascending with the rest of them?
Yeah, it just went limp. It's falling completely with you.
Oh, it's fall. Okay. Is there any way that he could just scrape it along the wall to find some piece of rock that's jutting outwards?
All
that he
right,
could-
I'll let you make a melee attack, armor class 12. If you succeed, then I'll let you take half damage from the fall, saying you managed to just drag it down and like slow yourself some miraculous way, superhero like. And if you still land on the girl, then you'll take a quarter damage, and she'll take half damage.
Yeah, but
Does that make sense?
Yep.
You got the attack?
So it was an 18.
Okay.
18 for the attack.
So you managed like half the speed of your fall. And are you going to land on Gertruda? Come on, she's just a silly girl. You're much more important than her, right?
Squish her. Squish her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool.
I wanted to throw her out the window forever ago.
You did.
This is one stone type of situation for Cuff.
26.
Just a shame he's not around to see it.
Ooh, I'm rolling poorly. 28, 35. Wow, a lot of ones. 37. Plus 9 is 46. Plus 9 is 55. You take 1/4 damage. So let's see. 55 divided by 4. Round it up. Oh, God damn it. I always do that. I always open my calendar instead of my calculator. 55 divided by 4. You take 14 points of damage, Miklos. The girl takes 28. She's dead. You slow your fall. You still kind of land. Your ankle kind of twists as you hit the ground, and you manage to land back with most of your weight going down on her. You hear a sickening crunch, and you can feel squishiness underneath of you, and your back and hair are all moist. But I assume you survived. 14 points of damage.
Survived by 7.
Okay. Nice. You're alive. And next on initiative is going to be Edith.
Can I grab Ada?
No, you're 3 rounds behind her. She's now about 90 feet down the shaft.
Can I try to lasso her?
90 feet? Don't think so.
Sorry, kid.
It's okay. The rope's only 50 feet, so there's like no
I mean,
way
I
you can
have. I would say I have like 2 sections of rope, but
run.
Are
It's
they,
okay.
are they tied together?
I mean, I've had them tied together. They were tied
Okay.
together when.
I'll let you take the shot then. We're going to call it an armor class 16 because of the range.
Gonna snap Ada's back like Gwen Stacy and Spider-Man, you guys.
I got this.
She's a fighter. She's got fucking good modifiers, so.
Oh, 16 on the die, so I got you.
You got her. Okay, you lasso her.
24.
So she only falls halfway down the shaft, and then she goes whack right up against the wall.
Yeah. I'm gonna take some damage.
96 damage.
96.
I tried.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
I mean,
Rolo. Please, Rolo. I have a shield.
33 points of damage.
Ada's dead.
Okay. Swack. Her head smashes up against the wall and it brains her. And that's the end of that round of initiative, so we can roll initiative again. The dice are fickle. It's amazing. I can roll 55 on 19d6, and then the very next round I rolled, what, 33 on 9d6?
I mean, that's how it goes, man. Sad trombone sounds. Womp womp.
How many player characters have we lost so far? 2, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So far.
We still have 1 NPC if somebody wants to roll up Arthur next session, if there is a next session. Okay, so we got 4 for Edith, a 4 for Miklos, a 4 for Peace, a 3 for Torgal, 1 for Alistair. I think that's everybody that's alive now, right? Yeah, that is. And I got a 3 for the bad guys. So first will be Edith.
So Edith will probably realize what happened.
She could be alive, but yeah, you know, her head's, yeah, you probably can realize.
There's like a red cherry blossom like on the side of the wall where her head went.
So there's unless I want to like have the rope for Miklos to climb up.
Oh, he's 190 feet down at the bottom. There's stairwell anyway. There's stairs.
Okay, well we're gonna.
He doesn't need the rope to climb up.
We're just gonna let the rope go.
Okay. So down at the bottom, Miklos, you're like thinking, "Oh, my fucking back!" And then there's a nice squelching sound as the body of Ada lands down beside you.
Are we going up or down? We're trying to go past these.
Oh, it's up to you. You saw those 6 halberds fly up. Peace is up at the top. There's the big glowing red heart there.
Oh, then I'll move up.
Okay, how do you want to move up?
Oh, there's no stairs or anything?
There are stairs, but everything is shaking and...
Shit.
Yeah.
And stepping onto the shaking stairs is bad.
Well, it's killed most people so far.
Well, that was the halberds.
Roll your wisdom. Roll your wisdom for me there.
Got a 6 on the die, so that is under my wisdom. Barely.
Okay, you do know, like Cuthbert, he dropped down on kind of all fours, and he was okay. It wasn't until he stood up that he went over the side.
All right, so then I'll crawl up, start crawling upstairs then.
Okay, so let me just check here. You may, I think it says something on here about if you crawl. Yes, you may crawl up the stairs at 1/4 movement rate without having to make any dexterity checks. So you can move basically about 10 feet around. It'll take you 5 rounds to get to the top this way, but you can start crawling up to the top.
I think that's my best option.
On initiative will be Miklos.
Yeah, I think Miklos is just going to lie where he is for a little while.
Okay.
I imagine that Gertrude's exploded underneath him, and he's probably got like shards of her bones stuck into him, so he's probably going to sit and dust himself off.
Sure. You can see Cuthbert and Ada lying dead beside you.
Is he going to take a taste?
Oh,
No,
low blow.
no, he is not.
Low blow. Somebody's salty about falling to their death.
I would like to remind you, Miklos, that Cuthbert had a shit ton of silver.
Well, did he still? Most of it went down the side of that mountain.
No, because he had
like 50 or 60 silver.
Yeah,
plus
I gave
had a
him-
silver statue.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had
right.
I had I gave him Steve's gold or
Good call.
Steve's
Is
silver.
that what?
Miklos is catching his breath. It would take you forever to get back to the top anyway. It's 240 feet up, moving at 10 feet around. Yeah. So next then will be Peace.
How wide are the stairs up at the top?
The stairs themselves are 10 feet wide.
Can I do anything?
If you look around too, also,
Mhm.
there was something else up here too. I think there is a bed and there's some manacles on the wall.
Can I do anything? I mean, can I let go of this?
You can try. You take another point of burning damage.
And
you can smell, the burning
I'm being
flesh.
burnt by holiness.
Yeah, this room up here anyway is kind of it's brightly lit up here. So there are sconces and there's the pulsing red light, and then there's also manacles attached to the walls and a wooden framed bed. So yeah, if you want to try to let go of the thing again, go ahead and make another saving throw versus device.
This time I make it. Let me just check, but I'm pretty sure 12
Sure.
Is my device.
Dropping
Yeah,
it,
10 is
throwing
my
it off the edge. What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to, looking out, seeing Ada's not there, I'll try throwing it to Alistair.
Yeah, you don't see Ada, so you throw it to Alistair. Okay.
And is that my entire action, or can I actually do an action as well? Because these halberds are about to attack.
No, I'd say that's just a movement type thing. So you can still take an action. You still have your scattergun in your other hand, or
how high is the ceiling from where I am?
From where you are, the ceiling, 20 feet.
Okay, between me and the...
It's actually kind of domed, so that's 20 feet, maybe 30 feet in the center.
Between me and the halberds that are about to attack, I say some eldritch words. My eyes turn black, and you've seen it before. Black sticky substance comes pouring out of my mouth to form a web just in front of me, a sort of tent web in front of me. The halberds will have to get through the tent web to get to me.
Awesome, and it'll hit them as well, won't it? Like
Pardon?
if they're there,
Yep.
you can just encase them in the web, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So you do that, and that freezes them up. While I go on to the next players, would you go and just double check for me what's required for them to break free? I think it just takes them ages, if I recall.
It takes some time. It depends on how strong they are.
Okay. They're not superhuman strength or anything of that sort. So.
Okay, it'll take them 2 to 8 rounds, I think. I mean, turns. 2 to 8 turns.
Take them ages. Okay, cool. So you have taken those 6 halberds out of the equation. So next is Torgal. Torgal?
Oh, sorry. Torgal.
Oh, that's you too. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I hadn't realised that was me as well. There's nobody to save around, is there? Who's in trouble?
Let's see. Well, I suppose for all intents and purposes, as far as you can tell, Miklos and Gertruda and Ada and Cuthbert are all dead, probably down at the bottom of the stairs. So nobody's to be saved at the moment. Edith is crawling up the stairs. You see Peace is up there at the top of the stairs. She's just done her web thing again and caught those 6 halberds in it. So she's still standing kind of in front of the heart. And then who else remains? Oh, Arthur is there beside Alistair as well, but they're kind of on the landing with you. So
okay, Torgal will pull up the rope that he has ready to try and catch if anyone else falls, the next person to fall.
Okay,
and he'll if he can, he'll also tie himself and the other end of the rope to a sconce or to something, so he can't be dragged over the side.
The remaining 3 halberds on the wall of the stairs release themselves and start to float up the center of the shaft towards the top.
Oh, I thought all of them had.
Nope, there were 10 total. 7 had moved.
Okay.
One of which is down at the bottom next to Miklos. And Miklos, it starts to also rise up and start to float up the shaft. And then it is Alistair's turn.
Okay. So
Shall we pass on these? Shall we pass on these NPCs to the people?
I was literally just thinking that. You have 2 extra player characters, and we have 2 people with dead player characters. So if you wanted Corinne and Jeremy, if you want to take over either Torgal or Alistair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Send me their sheet.
Which one do you want?
Alistair's is in the group chat.
Yeah, Alistair's is in the group chat if you want to
If
take
Corinne takes Alistair because she's more used to the cleric spells, maybe.
Sure.
That's, So I'll link Torgal to
link Torgal over to
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Cool.
Alrighty.
Well, I'll just I don't have you individually, so I'll just put it.
So what would Alistair like to do, Corinne?
What's Arthur doing?
Arthur is just like still lying on the ground looking over the edge of the shaft, like aghast at the fact that he's just watched 4 of his friends fall to their death.
Get away from the edge,
including the
boy.
girl
Get
that
down.
he's crushing on.
Yeah. Get away from the edge, boy. Get down. And she's going to direct he's going to direct Arthur to
I threw the I threw the
yes, she threw the holy
down.
So do I have it, or does Alistair have it?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got the thing in his hand, and
it does not burn you.
Does not burn. Is there anything he can do with it?
Well, do you want me to read the description of it again?
Yes, please. Sorry.
I will. That's okay. No problem. So it is an ancient platinum medallion.
Mm-hmm.
It's shaped like the sun. It has a large crystal embedded in its center, and around the crystal are many holy symbols of light and truth. You can feel holiness radiating off of it.
All right, and the crystal heart that's up above it is. Do I get the feeling that, or does Alistair get the feeling that it's, powering these halberds that are getting ready to attack peace?
I don't know about a feeling, but obviously you, the player, have that feeling, so it's quite possible.
Okay,
You have seen stranger things.
He's got a gun, and so he's going to take the gun and try and shoot the crystal heart.
Cool. Okay, roll your misfire.
That's
a flintlock, right? So it's only a 1 on a D10 misfires, otherwise it's fine.
D10, okay. It's a 7. And he's going to roll baller. That's an 18.
Nice, that will hit. So give me a damage roll.
If it's a flintlock, it's a D8, right? Hold on, I think he had the same gun that Ada had.
Yeah, it's in right here.
He doesn't have a dex bonus, does he? Yeah, he does. You don't add dex bonus to melee. You don't add your dex to the damage. You do.
Oh, not the damage. Not the damage. No.
Okay, 4 then.
Okay, 4 points damage. So you shoot the heart. Some of the glass fragments off of it, and you feel the tower momentarily shake even stronger. And then it continues back to its regular pulsing and shaking.
And did it have any effect on the halberds?
No. Not yet. But it seems to have had an effect on the heart and the tower. The tower didn't seem to like it. And that's the end of that initiative. So we can roll initiative again. Yeah, because the halberds just moved. So 3 of the halberds are now also moving up to the top and moving around the webbing to try to get towards peace. And another one of the halberds is working its way up, but it'll take it 3 rounds to get up there. No, it'll take it 4 rounds to get up there. It has to go 240 feet. So,
does he roll initiative for Arthur, or have you just been?
No, I've just been having Arthur be kind of a helpless mooncalf for the majority of the time, especially since he just watched his girlfriend die.
Yeah, I was shipping it. I'm real sad for him too.
Mm-hmm. So what do we got for initiatives here? We got a 4 for Edith, a 6 for Alistair, a 5 for Torgal. So we're missing Peace and Miklos. Peace is on 2.
figured Miklos wouldn't be in the order because he's so far away and can't do anything.
Right, fair enough. Yep, cool. Here, I'll send to you. I think what you just did there, Kaios, is you shared a network save pathway, which if somebody's not on the same network as you, they can't open.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and I'll forward it.
I can do it.
Yeah, you forward it to
Here,
Jeremy.
I'm just sending it to the group chat.
Okay.
It'll be in there, Jeremy. Okay, so on initiative, we have Alistair first on 6.
Yeah, he's got a brace of pistols, and so he's
another shot.
going to fire another shot. He's
1d10 for your misfire.
La 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 la. That's a 9.
Okay, and roll your attack roll.
The light of the Lord is doing him well. That is 20.
Nice. Okay, you hit it again, and give me your damage roll.
4 again.
Okay, boom. Again, it shakes violently. More of the glass shatters off of it. There's less than half of it left now, but it's still pulsing.
Yeah, and he's just gonna keep a hand over, like, if Arthur hasn't, like, gotten down from the edge, he's gonna grab him by the shoulder.
Move back towards the kind of further back on the landing near the doorway now.
Okay. That's
Edith continues to climb up, so 3 more rounds, you'll reach the top, Edith.
I'll save you, peace.
Torgal is next.
Oy vey. So I'd like to take my rope and tie it around my waist, and he did say he had a mining pick on him, right?
He's got a mining pick and a crowbar and all sorts of, and a grappling hook, and he's got a smorgasbord in that backpack of his.
Is it not on the character sheet? No.
Yeah, he has it. I'm sorry, I'm used to printing them out. So
cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna take the miner's pick and put like a ooh, he's got a healing potion left. Yeah, and make a small, like, a hole in the wall to hook the grappling hook up to.
Okay, no problem. You can start doing that. That'll take you around. And next on initiative is the halberds. 3 of the halberds are going to attack Peace.
Can they get round the edge of the... Well, I guess they can.
How big was the web? It was 20-foot cube, right?
20 by 20.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I was kind of just... Yeah, okay.
Yep. Because you used it before on the other halberds, which were coming up the stairwell. These ones moved up the shaft. So they've gone around the opposite side of the tower, essentially.
Okay.
So, armor class for Peace is magic number. Okay. I'll just roll damage at the same time, just in case they hit. The first one misses. Peace, you can nimbly dodge under it. I don't think you have armor, right? Second one misses horribly. I rolled a 1.
I do actually. I have leather armor.
Oh, you have leather armor. Okay. Third one. Wow, I rolled a 9, a 1, and a 2. Third one misses. So Peace is up there like matrixing these 3 halberds. Nearly. She's pretty spry for an old lady. And they can't hit you. The other one will be up here for a few more rounds. And so then next on initiative is, well, like we said, Edith continues moving up. So it's Peace.
Peace lowers the scattergun at the heart in the box and just blows at it.
Roll your misfire.
So misfire first is a 6, so no.
Nope.
And
Okay.
then,
Roll to hit.
oh, full. Oh yes. Do I need to roll to hit? At point
I'll give you a
blank
plus 2.
No,
point.
no. I don't need to roll it to hit. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
So I don't think it can.
cannot make a dexterity saving throw because it doesn't move. So you hit damage.
6.
Peace lowers the scattergun, pulls the trigger. The big boom of like a blunderbuss, essentially, practically going off, and the heart shatters. And pieces of this red glass begin just raining down the shaft, down onto you, Miklos, down below. Not doing any damage. They're all small enough. But it's raining glass. And the halberds all just drop where they are. So three of them are stuck in the web, or six of them are stuck in the web. Yeah, 6 of them are stuck in the web. The other 3 fall down the shaft. Actually, Miklos, roll me a luck roll. Roll a d20 against your lowest stat, just to make sure none of these fall anywhere near you. Actually, 4 of them. All 4 of them fall down. But
Where's my lowest stat? Yeah, it's gonna hit me.
okay, what'd you roll?
You rolled a 15.
Okay, but your armor class is high enough, so just the butt of one of them hits you. It doesn't do any damage. I didn't roll high enough for it to actually pierce you or anything. So, you might let out a gasp as the butts of one of these halberds hit you in the gut or something, as they rain down below, and the entire tower stops shaking. Congratulations, you've killed the Guardian of Sorrow. Shall we take a brief intermission?
Torgal looks over the edge and says, "No, these humans, they sure are squishy."
Let's take a brief intermission, and then we will resume. I gotta get a fresh drink.
Yep.
Smoke them if you got them.
Woo.
I have returned.
You finally got one of us.
I finally got two of you.
Two of you.
I should have stuck to crawling.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
Well, from
Hey, there's
other
always got to be
modules-
somebody. There's always got to be a guinea pig, right, that figures these things out.
Yeah.
Well, I remember
It's
some
suitable,
other modules
I think.
that, like,
It was fitting that it would be Cuthbert. He's always the first one to try things, right?
And Ada went and tried to save Miklos, and then Peace started screaming, so she wasn't gonna I gotta go save my friends. He's a dumbass.
I really thought we were all gone this round or this go. I was like, man,
I thought so too for a minute there. I didn't know.
It's gonna be a short fucking session.
Oh man.
Like when Peace first went up to the top of the tower, she dimension doored up there, which was great. What a very useful spell that was in that situation.
Mhm.
I thought she was just gonna fucking blast the thing right away. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then she reached down and picked up the holy symbol. I was like, oh no.
I thought about being like, just shoot it, but like,
Yep, magic users and elves in Lamentations of the Flame Princess are susceptible to holy damage and stuff. So holy water would damage elves or magic users as well. Magic users and elves are both creatures of chaos. They're opposed to law, whether they wish to be or not. It's in their nature. All right. Are we missing anybody? Chex, you there? Okay, we're still waiting Chex to get back. And Jade, are you there?
I'm here.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, there's Chex too. Okay, everybody's back, I think, then. So, the tower stopped shaking. The heart is no more. The halberds have fallen. What do you wish to do?
Well, that was we can't face Strahd if we're going to lose a third of our group every time we get one of these things that are supposed to help us.
Well, technically, madam, that's the second one, right? Ada had the book, and he looks down over the edge.
We should probably retrieve it then.
What are we going to do? Are we just going to leave them here?
I'm
Hey,
sure
I-
it'll be fine.
I think Miklos is moving.
We should go down there and at least perform last rites.
That's gonna crack me up every single time.
Arthur starts running down the stairs.
Be careful, Arthur.
Peace shouts from above.
So yeah, Torgal's gonna make his way down, abandoning his original plan to make a hole in the wall.
It was a good plan. It was a good idea. Okay. So when you get to the bottom, Miklos, I don't know, are you still laying down? Or
Yeah, I don't think he would have moved from where he was.
yeah. He's
I
laying
think that's enough to knock the wind out of anybody.
Yeah, he's breathing very roughly, trying to get his breath back.
When I finally get down there, Torgal is gonna like reach out his hand to Miklos and he's gonna say, "I don't think I've ever seen a human fall from that distance and not get squashed." And he's gonna look over at Cuthbert's like remains.
And Ada's.
Oh, and Ada's, yeah.
Yeah. Arthur will go over and close Ada's eyes and Cuthbert's as well.
Is there eyes to close?
Probably not for Cuthbert, actually, so much. Ada, maybe.
They might have popped out from like the force of like her skull.
Look at the picture. I don't think so.
Oh shit!
See,
I
I
didn't
could have
even notice
imagined. See, so whenever Ada died, the rope got around her and she swang. Was it?
She
Yeah.
swung. Yeah, she basically pendulumed into the side of the wall.
And then I let go of the rope.
Your head just I imagined your head just exploding on the on the wall.
At the very least, it's like extremely concave at this point.
But Miklos is alive. A bit worse for wear.
How bad are you, Miklos?
Imagine somebody took a 190-foot fall and survived. He's that bad. He's good.
I'm gonna toss
7
you
hit
a
points
healing
left.
potion.
You're gonna do what?
I'm gonna toss him a healing potion.
Oh yeah. Did you have healing potions in your pack, Miklos?
No, I
Did you have
didn't.
anything breakable in your pack?
Possibly.
Flasks of oil or anything of that sort?
Flask of oil, certainly.
Let's see.
I think that's it.
Oh, the
Tinderbox.
flask of oil did not break. Tinderbox did not break.
Yep, that was it.
That girl cushioned your fall well.
It was a good job we brought her with us. Oh.
Ada, did you have anything breakable?
I had a powder horn, 2 pistols,
That broke. There's powder everywhere.
2 pistols,
One of the
And-
pistols is fine.
and then her mace and shield,
They're fine.
and then the sleeping roll that she,
Sleeping roll's fine.
she stole from Inaru.
Any healing potions?
No, I didn't have anything like that.
And what about Cuthbert? Anything breakable on his possessions?
He had all his stuff was on the horse, so
Okay,
he only had
cool.
he only had his weapons.
Cool. Okay. He had a pistol or something, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. Just rolling some item saving throws there to see if they broke or not.
So what besides all the debris and arrows and stuff like that, what's down here?
That's it. Your 3 dead companions and 1 injured companion.
Is there any
Their
stairs
possessions.
going downwards or any doors or anything like that?
Let's see. You're now at the bottom of the spire. I need to see where the fuck. Where's the bottom of this damn spire? Oh shit. It's a 190-foot drop to map 3. Map 3 is here. Wait, which tower is this now? This is. Just want to make sure I got the right one.
Oh, we suddenly find ourselves with 14 whites.
Come on. What kind of a bastard do you take me for?
But it goes without saying that Alistair's going to perform last rites over Cuthbert and Ada and Gertruda.
Just trying to see where does this one land? Hold on. It was that tower there. Right. So you would have landed. I wish it would tell you exactly where the landing point was. Does it actually say here?
It probably doesn't expect them to live.
Well, yeah, we can climb down.
Mm.
Tower's full height is 240 feet.
Once Alistair finishes the last rites, Peace goes up and says a little thing over each. Ignores Gertruda, but with Cuthbert, she says a word and then goes to Ada and doesn't actually say a word, but goes and wipes some of the blood finds that little wolf tooth necklace that she'd made for her, and wipes some of the blood off it.
Ah, yes,
and
here it is.
ties it around her own neck.
So this room too has the a mosaic floor. You get the big, vast, empty tower, of course, rising up above you, and there is a set of stairs that lead straight down. Oh, where do the stairs actually start climbing from here? It looks like... Oh yeah, no, they're there. Okay, cool. Yep. So the staircase is on the kind of north end of this room. In the center of this room, by the way, is 60 feet in diameter, essentially. In the center of the room, there is a set of stairs that lead straight down as well. You, Torgal, go ahead and roll d6 for your architecture.
Just a second. Sorry, it'll be a little bit slower because I don't have it right in front of me.
It's okay.
Yeah, pass.
Yep, you are on the ground floor again.
And the only thing, the only way out, other than the way that we came in, is the stairs down.
Well, actually, nope. There are the stairs circling up. There's the stairs leading down, and there's a little bit of a wall partition on the kind of north end, and you can see on the other side of it, the western side of it, it looks like kind of like a little hall starts there and then turns off to the left.
So, Torgal kind of like pats Betsy in his hand, and you can see his face kind of twist up into this like angered expression as he looks at his dead companions on the ground. He looks at really Ada was the only one that like had all that info, right? So
She would have read.
She read it out loud.
Yeah.
He kind of looks at like Ada's dead body, and he goes, she said the devil lays down in the basement of this place, right? And he makes his way towards the stairs down.
I'm running low on magic. I could do with a rest before we confront the devil.
I would like you all to make intelligence rolls. This is like a memory check.
I doubt that passes.
I rolled an 11. His intelligence is an 11.
Yeah, I didn't pass.
You remember the reading from the old gypsy wise woman, whose name eludes me at the moment.
Madame Ava.
Madame Ava. You recall her saying, let me just see here, which number was that? That was...
We wanted to go to the... I remember wanting to go to the throne room as well.
Search. A powerful man whose enemy is light and whose powers are beyond mortality. A king's throne is the place to find this. That's what you recall from the reading.
We're on the ground floor. Perhaps we should seek out this throne room.
I agree.
But maybe we should rest. Maybe we should listen to peace. Try to catch our breath. We can face him in the best condition we can muster. Anyway.
Maybe you're right.
If we're
This
gonna,
doesn't seem like it's gonna be the best place. Maybe we should find somewhere a little more. And he looks around.
perhaps the church. Sorry, that was a horrible Alistair. It was a little too. It wasn't too pompous sounding. perhaps the church would be a good place to rest.
You gotta get more gravel. You gotta put some.
The church is a ruin, and there were lots of different entrances and exits from the church, if I remember correctly.
There were
Listen
a
is
few.
the one.
There were 3, plus the windows.
But if I do remember right, there is a way straight down, so we could go. So we can make an exit towards the devil.
If we want to rest, I suggest we find a place that's easier to defend and has fewer entrances and exits. The less we have to watch, the easier it will be.
There was that passage in the dining room.
Not a bad idea.
You mean to backtrack back up the tower and back the way we came?
No, if we're on the ground floor, then isn't there a landmark we can use to orientate ourselves to find where?
Just to remind you, we did hear those things beating on the outside of the door to come into the dining room.
Yes,
We were
yes,
on the ground
we
floor.
did. The dining room wasn't empty when we left it before, remember?
What about those beasts? Whatever they were.
Well, we never saw them. We don't even know what they were, but
Well, fine. Where do you guys think we should go?
Perhaps climb the tower.
What about Gertrude's room? Don't think she'll be using it anytime soon.
He did say it was safe for her there.
Unless he visits her there.
Well, I'd like to peer around that partition and see what do we see around nearby.
so when you do go over down there and look around, you see a long, narrow corridor filled with cobwebs. You would remember that you saw a similar corridor when you were on the south side of the castle before you started climbing staircases. You seem to be at a similar thing on the north side of the castle now.
And is there any doors in the hallway?
Not as far as you can see with your torchlight. You just see cobwebs and hallway at the moment.
Or we could go to the... No, I think Gertrude's bedroom was possibly the best idea.
Or even that hidden passageway we found.
The one on the ground floor or the one behind the fire?
The one behind the fire.
The one behind the fire led into that thing with the chest that Torgal tried to get, and that was up by Gertrude's room as well.
Yes, they're close. And I confess, I kind of want to go there because it's close to the libraries and the books, and you can research more about his past maybe there.
Yeah. There were, in her room, there were 2 doorways. And of course, then the kind of hidden corridor in the fireplace area, it's pretty small. It was only 10 by 20 feet. How many of you are left? There are 5, 6 of you, right? Counting Arthur.
"10 by 20 feet is a small room for 6.
Yeah, the bedroom would be much more comfortable.
So, Torgal, he starts walking up the stairs towards the bedroom.
Okay.
Yep.
Way back up this tower. Let me just see here. If you come across any encounters along the way. No, you do not. So you make your way back up the tower. going to make your way all the way back the way you came, essentially, so you don't come across anything new, or
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
probably makes sense for safety purposes. Oh, my maps have gotten all messy now. Okay, so you go all the way back up, then across that little bridge over to the other tower, where you can then make your way back down. And let me just see.
Alistair, we lost 2 people trying to get that amulet. Have you any idea what it is? What it does? Whether it will serve us in this fight against the Devil's Strahd?
Well, it definitely seemed to have an effect on you. No offense, of course.
So,
But
what do you suggest? Putting it on Strahd? See if it has the same effect on him as it has on me?
yes, might just burn it into his flesh or press it into his flesh and burn the evil away. Or might do some sort of other service for us. I'll spend some time with it tonight and see if I can get any guidance.
So you have found his tome. You have found the holy symbol.
There is a weapon in the tomb of his brother, or in his brother's room, if I remember right, that will be useful to use against him.
That, and of course the Devil's Strahd himself, are the only 2 things you have not yet found.
Investigated. So there's a throne room, the brother's crypt or something, and Strahd himself. I suggest we take a rest and then try to find the throne room and the brothers.
Well, the throne room is where you're expected to find Strahd. That's why I was having you make that intelligence roll earlier.
So crypt first, then throne room.
Okay. But there's a sort of root of evil down in the cellars as well. But maybe if we pluck them out at the roots. I don't know whether to face him in the throne room, as Madame Eva suggested, or down in the crypts, the root of evil that she also talked about.
By the way, just for my own curiosity's sake, I assume you're barricading yourselves up in this bedroom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2 big double doors and probably the window as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And are we getting ready to take the long rest now?
I would assume so. That's why you came back here?
Yeah. So,
I'll collect some books from the... Sorry to interrupt. You go.
I was just going to say that I don't know how many first level spell slots he has or what he has prepared, but I'm going to assume he has at least 2 cure wounds prepared. Does anyone need
I think it's safe to say he has 2 left.
Yeah. Does anyone need healing?
Who doesn't need healing is probably an easier question.
Yeah. How I know that Torgal gave Miklos a healing potion.
Oh, he did, that's right. Did you drink that healing potion, Miklos?
Yeah, that brought me up almost to full.
Oh, did it? I'm still half strength.
And so Alistair will Alistair would be the kind of person who would use the holy symbol that he just got that also burned Ada or Peace earlier, who would use that holy symbol to pray and cast cure wounds. It's like, yeah, it burned you earlier, now it's gonna heal you.
Right.
He would be that kind of guy.
Double check what effects, if it has any other effects in the sense. So it does that. It does that. Does it give any bonuses? Nope. Okay, cool. Yep. So it's just normal cure lights.
Okay, so
Cure wounds, I mean.
Cure light wounds will
Cure wounds.
be a
I don't think there are differences between cure lights and cure mediums in this game.
There's Cure Light and Cure Serious.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yes. Level 1 is Cure Light, and it is going to be, I can't math, 11 points of healing.
Thank you.
First one, yeah.
Yep. And
That's restored me. Thank you for the healing.
no, of course. And he'll turn and check on everyone else.
Miklos.
Yeah.
You took them.
Yeah, I mean, Miklos is. I'll give you his actual if I can find it. He's at 19 out of 25, so he's not too bad. All things considered now.
Might as well heal him back to full if you want, or unless you
Yeah.
want to save it in case something else happens in the night.
Yeah, that's
Up to you.
nobody else is
No pressure.
calling out. No one else is calling out for healing. He's gonna.
Yeah, if
Heal.
his HP is right, then I'm fine.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'll heal Miklos. Oh, sorry. Apparently, Alistair didn't like you as well as Ada did, because that's only a 9 points of healing.
That'll still bring him back up to full.
Good.
Cool. Was anybody
If you
going
fall off
to?
things more often.
Huh?
Sorry.
So
Go
if
ahead,
you
Fix.
fall off great heights more often, I feel great.
Yeah, your clothes are a mess, though.
They were a mess before he fell.
True.
Miklos wasn't the fashion victim before.
Does anybody want to study the Tome of Strahd?
Yes.
If you guys are going to try to do an overnight rest here, basically.
Yes, I would. Peace would like the look.
I'm going to simply say that you have enough time that you can just continually roll until you get it all anyway. So, from the top, I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia and took power over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of a God's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle into the Castle of Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful, and I hated him for both. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called Perfection, Joy, and Treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all of my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder, and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei, and they were betrothed. The date was set. With words, she called me brother. But when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death, my death. My hate is very strong, and I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. On the day of the wedding, I killed my brother Sergei. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand the pact I made for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Ravenloft, and I watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mists. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I know her final fate. Arrows from the castle guards pierced me to my soul, but I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead forever. I have studied much since then. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them from me. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and light that I fear the most, but little else can harm me now. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But the sword, that cursed sword that Sergei brought, I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the sun. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I've even felt her within my grasp, but she escapes. She taunts me. She taunts me. What will it take to bend her love to me? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead and sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal shut the walls of the stairs that none may disturb me. And that's where you got the idea that he was down below the castle. Although Madame Ava's prophecy has told you that you would find him in the throne room. And that is the entirety of the entry in the tome of Strahd. Sorry.
Maybe we should just live here.
Well, at the moment, you don't know of any way out. I suppose you could throw yourself off the walls. Miklos has survived farther falls. Farther falls. Yeah, that's easy for you to say.
So what we need to do is all find our own Gertruda to use as a parachute.
Well, there are currently 6 of you, so 3 of you could survive.
Son Arthur.
Draw straws.
I mean, also, we haven't checked any of the exit doors since we destroyed the heart either.
True. You have not.
Something tells me it wouldn't be that easy, though.
So you're going to be here for about 8 hours, right?
Yep, that's the intention.
That's the wrong die. What do I roll next? So after you're here for an hour, you hear something trying to get in through the door, one of the doors, pounding at the doors. And it does so for a good hour before finally giving up. After another hour, something else comes to the other door and starts to scratch and bang and pound on the doors. After an hour, it stops as well. A couple more hours pass. I assume people are trying to sleep through this and stuff, of course. You hear the sounds of bats squeaking outside in the hall. On the 7th hour, again, something comes and starts pounding away at the southern door.
Does it sound like there are many or just one?
It's more than one. And into the 8th hour... Ooh, what does this mean? Ooh, roll table 7. As the 8th hour passes, and everybody's finally kind of getting up from their sleeps, a figure materializes in the middle of the room. No, I should rephrase that. A mist pours in underneath the eastern door. into the room, like smoke coming in almost, and then materializes in front of that door. And again, for the second time since you arrived, you see your host, Count Stradvan Zarevich. And that's where we'll end this session.
Alice,
That was like the one. No, there was maybe a couple of other encounters that could have possibly gotten into the room, but otherwise, that was the only random encounter that really could just walk in, no matter what barricaded the doors with.
So does for next session did Alistair wake up early enough to prepare his spells?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because it takes you, I think, probably a couple of hours, doesn't it, to
Yeah,
pray
it's like
spells
a
and stuff.
few minutes per level or something like that. For highest level.
I think it's the same for peace as well.
Is it 10 minutes per level per spell? Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah, but it's not like a full 8 hours, right?
But I
You would've
guess
gotten up
we
early?
still
This
have.
could have been 7.5 hours, technically. It was during the last half hour of the 8-hour rest.
Any spells that we haven't cast already, though, from yesterday, we still have, I guess.
Of course.
Yep.
Indeed.
I was just hoping he would.
Of course, you just spent all of Alistair's first level spells.
Yeah, well, it was
That's
a
all right.
gamble, and like
It's all
the
good.
gamble was like we would be able to complete the long rest, and he would be able to pick everything for the next session. So
Maybe he just wants to talk.
maybe
He wants to know why you squashed his girlfriend in the high tower.
Maybe Alistair is going to press a holy symbol full of all of the coexist holy symbol into his forehead, and he'll run away. Because you said it had like all of the various holy symbols and stuff. So like right now, I'm picturing like the coexist bumper sticker that's got like all of like the
All the holy symbols. Yeah. I'm going to turn off this recording, but we will resume 2 weeks time, same time for probably really for real now. I think session 7 will be the last session, I reckon. But that was very eventful. So thank you very much for all of your play. And I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.